Here we have another great example of why Seventh-day Adventists continue to support abortion. This here is Dr. Roger Seheult, a quadruple board-certified physician and also a professor at several schools, including Loma Linda University, and is well known for his popular YouTube channel, MedCram. In his video here about firearm violence and suicide, Dr. Seheult makes the false claim that firearm violence is the #1 cause of death for children, but this is false. This is not true. That is bad information. One of the very big problems within the Seventh-day Adventist church and culture is the almost unquestioned reverence and admiration for the, quote, world health authorities like the WHO and the CDC and esteemed leaders in science and medicine. Oh my. The big problem is that these, quote, authorities are very supportive of abortion and do not list destroying unborn children as a cause of death. Abortion is never listed as a cause of death, but this is a serious problem for us because according to the official teaching of our Adventist church right here in section 3, abortion is defined as a violation of the 6th commandment. And to the best of my knowledge, murder has always been a cause of death. These very worldly organizations, they have a belief system and ideology, and in that belief system, it's okay to dehumanize and kill unborn children, and even if abortion is a cause of death, they refuse to even acknowledge this, and that is why abortion is never recorded in their top 10 reasons. Unfortunately, Adventists like Dr. Seheult, without any caution or warning or concern, just repeats these falsehoods. If we as a church, if we truly believe that abortion is murder, then it is gross negligence or even worse for people like Dr. Seheult to perpetuate the falsehood that firearms are the #1 killer. It's not even close. For example, he cites this chart here from the 2022 New England Journal of Medicine, where in the year 2020, about 4,400, remember that number, about 4,400 children were killed by firearms. But according to Guttmacher, during that same year, 930,000 children were killed by abortion. So let's get out our calculators. 930,000 divided by 4,400. That's a whopping difference of over 200-fold. The #1 leading cause of death is the killing of little boys and girls in the womb, and Dr. Seheult, like other Adventists and especially church leadership, repeats the same falsehood that dehumanizes the unborn. And to prove this point, to really make this point, go visit any Adventist church, especially in North America, and start telling them, especially if they are doctors and church leaders, that gas chambers were not a cause of death during World War II. Now, if you say this, they're going to get really upset because they will claim that you are spreading falsehoods and ignoring the atrocities and dehumanizing people. But we do the exact same thing when it comes to abortion. According to the WHO, an estimated 56 million children, it says million children, were killed worldwide by abortion, and more recent statistics put that around 73 million on a public. This is a very public post. He said, "Freedom without responsibility is not freedom at all. I am going to stand up here for those who cannot speak." He literally boasts of speaking for those with no voice, but his own state of California just enshrined the killing of children as a constitutional right. Where was his voice then? He makes entire videos demonstrating great concern when 4,000 children are shot with guns. But where is that concern when 73 million are murdered without guns? Does killing children, does the mode or method of killing children make any difference, whether it's with a gun or a chainsaw or with poison or with scissors? Does it really matter? He is listed as a professor at Loma Linda, but this is the exact same university that honors Dr. Edward Allred, the notorious abortionist who publicly boasted of killing over 250,000 children, who boasted of specifically targeting Black and Hispanic children for violence. Allred is literally honored right here at Loma Linda University as a distinguished ambassador for the healing ministry of Jesus. Dr. Seheult, like other Adventists in North America, just love to boast of standing up for the defenseless and just love to boast about concern for children. until it comes to abortion. We Adventists are so brave and so bold. We are so loud and proud until you mention the sixth commandment. Another Adventist university literally named one of their buildings after Allred and put a plaque on the wall saying that he will forever be an example to our students. This was a man who boasted of killing over 100 boys and girls every seventh-day Sabbath. And Adventists openly, publicly honor this man as their example forever. This is so disgusting and sick, and it was condemned openly by Christianity Today and Christian Post, but was not condemned by Adventist leadership. You notice that? The reason why many Adventists are so confused on abortion is because people like Dr. Seheult and Dr. Nedley and others spread misinformation and falsehoods that abortion is not a cause of death. By the way, I don't have to do this because he made public statements and I can respond publicly. But I did previously contact Dr. Seheult multiple times, and I told him, I will be making a video public response to your false claim that firearms are the #1 cause of death. I want to give you opportunity to provide any correction. Thank you. And I provided all of the sources and statistics, and strangely, no answer. He's repeatedly responding to other people providing, quote, science, but for some strange reason, he won't respond to this. He tells people, why do you say these things without verifying? But when his own statements don't pass verification, he won't issue any correction. Why is that? Finally, I've seen Dr. Seheult make comments like this one here about not getting involved in politics. He said this in a response to another issue, but this is worth asking in the context of abortion, because when the American Medical Association, not Catholics, not evangelicals, the American Medical Association began their work lobbying the states in the 19th century to outlaw abortion, that work was led by Dr. Horatio Storer. And the Advent Review and Sabbath Herald openly praised their work. The medical profession have taken a noble stand. As guardians of human life, they are what? They are compelled to do so. Society owes what? A debt of gratitude. To who? To Dr. Horatio Storer. The Adventist pioneers openly and publicly, repeatedly condemned abortion as murder, and they openly, publicly supported anti-abortion legislation because, like slavery and like temperance, it's the right and duty of government to protect life and liberty. In summary, Dr. Seheult has publicly made false statements that are often used to dehumanize children and justify their violent murder. And Dr. Seheult needs to issue a public correction for spreading misinformation. Thank you.